Hello again. I'm bored, so making more videos. So stick with me, or don't. Really, it doesn't matter. Okay, so I wrote this a while ago, and I'm gonna share it with y'all because it's important. I called it Snow Day Rant. It was written about a year ago. The title pretty much sums it up, right, folks? Today is the first day of March, and this is in this year, 2012, and it's snowing like a bastard. Damn. Oh well, I haven't any true complaints. It's warmer in the house than outside. The snow does look pretty, falling all softly on the barren winter wasteland. My son is excited as only children can be during a fresh snowfall. He is warming up currently with a snack and hot cocoa. Got a lot of things looming on the horizon. But I don't have any specific plans. Again, the holding of the breath before its release. I ride on the edge of paranoia lately. Why? There is a sense of urgency, a lingering dread that something awful is about to begin, and I've got to be prepared. I have always lived on the edges of the main activity hubs of society, quietly there, but not really a part of it all, an observer to the hive. And now I see things others don't or willfully disregard in carefully chosen ignorances of truth. What I see now is for cause for alarm. The balance of life has shifted. Nobody feels it because we are all so wrapped up in personal business and debt that we have lost that vital connection to what it means to be human, to be alive. We are rapidly falling into our own trap of ignorant decay. This nation and this world spiraling into oblivion because we can't get our hands to agree with our brains on a course of action. She chose down. She chose down. How helpful all those hands seem to be. We were already pointing down. We just needed a little more assistance, don't you think? All those helpful little rules and laws, all those helpful little tax breaks and bailouts, all those helpful economy-shattering loans, all the oil money greasing each slippery little finger. Oh yes, helpful they were. Slowly stripping away a different freedom in exchange for fear-mongering and hope of fighting a good cause. 'Cause terrorists deserve to die. But we can't kill them if we don't know who they really are, right? There will always be a killer in the dark. Always a reason to give up your rights in hope of purging the world of evil. And then we find ourselves here, in the darkness, in the place of forgetting. We point fingers, but forget we chose down in the first place. What do we do? What do we do? Wake up. That's what I say. Everyone wake up. We need to take responsibility for our silent oppression. We need to prepare a new idea to set forth for the world, one which shows true fairness and equality to all people. We need to demand a new standard of living. We are the masters of our own destinies, and we need to do what it takes to make it happen. There is no need for any of this struggling to continue. Just wish I could temporarily take over the world and set it to rights, and get it moving in the direction we should be going. In what direction would a crazy like me point the world in? It would bring it back to basics. Everyone is equal. Everyone. And being equal, we expect and mutually agree to respect the equality of our individual differences. We also agree to respect privacy as much as possible within our modern technological world. What does this mean? It means that anyone can get married over the age of 18, straight or gay, biracial, polygamous, so on and so forth. It means we respect a woman's right to her own body and that she may have the ultimate decision within the earliest time limit possible, whether to bring forth the life starting in her womb. This also means we respect the choices of women coming in for birth control to prevent pregnancy in the first place. Churches will be considered businesses so long as they continue to operate like one, and their staff will be subject to all laws of the nation and not sheltered and hidden away from public view. Welfare programs will be given complete overhauls nationwide to find an acceptable means of providing adequately for those in need while simultaneously helping them gain more stable ground. I would get rid of all the debts, erase it, clean fucking slate. Let's start over. Figure out how much money is actually taken in with citizens paying in their taxes, and work a real functioning budget that would be easily and publicly viewable. Our educational system needs an overhaul too. Did you know they have stopped teaching cursive writing in school now? Oh, and home ec too. They have taken away all but 15 minutes of recess, dropped physical education programs to once a week, changed the foods to unhealthy, highly processed foods, creating whole generations of malnourished, lazy, hyper brats. Oh, and they hardly teach anything at all worth knowing, instead teaching the children how to take those ridiculous standardized tests, which tell everyone exactly nothing. My son was put in Title I math, solely based on a poor score on a standardized main test. He had simply gotten bored by the end of the hours-long testing and started simply filling in the circles to make patterns. He spent a couple of months going to school early each morning to be sat in front of a computer while he played math games for 45 minutes before school. He didn't learn anything. He already knew it. These children are going to be helpless when they reach adulthood because there is no one showing them how to do all the stuff they need to know out in the real world. We need to be teaching everyone practical life skills. You remember some quote in the Bible saying, "Give a man a fish, feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, feed him for a lifetime." Well, this is where it applies. Our schools need to have money in support of our communities. They need to have all of their programs reinvested in, get better food sources, work together locally, have a big garden on campus for all grades to learn a new task on for each year they are in the school, teach them how to handle finances and households, and then supplement it with history and art and mathematics, science, and so on. Freedoms of speech, religion, and all others outlined in the original visions of our forefathers shall all be held sacred still. Shifting our spending habits in the government from our oil security to ecological stability would help fuel the nation's desire to focus on something so eternally hopeless as controlling someone else's toys. Also, to play into this would be taking back of American jobs lost overseas due to corporate greed by closing tax loopholes and fully exposing the folks responsible for the systematic collapse of our country's economy. Free trade, my ass. We need to stop cowering in fear. I haven't lived with having access to television all my life, but I have seen and felt the effects of its subtle power over people. And it shows people who watch it on a daily basis many things which are horrible and sad, mixed in with commercials of cute little puppies chasing toilet paper down the hall. Interesting metaphor. Here, puppies, have some carnage and death. Here you go, chase it, get it, see? There you go, good puppies. Come on, guys. We were a nation earned on hard work and good values. Now we are a nation of duty shirkers and blame mongerers. The fuck happened? It got too easy for us. And this is why I'm ill at ease. Well, when even our veterans and current active duty military folks began questioning their supposed superiors, you have to admit there is something seriously fucked up here. Come on. And these folks deserve the utmost respect from all of us. And they are out there living on the streets, begging for change. I want to change the world, but I don't know what to do. So I leave it up to you. Well, thanks a bunch, asshole. You could have done something, couldn't you? Anyway, don't mind me. I'd be crazy, remember? Harmless. Perfectly harmless. People need their homes and food and vehicles. They also need the gas to put in those vehicles, to get to the job, to pay for all this. If they are missing even one element of this entire equation, they are fucked. $4 for a gallon of gas? Shit. There goes everyone's fracking paychecks right to the gas tank to get to the damn job. What's the point? Right? Could sit at home and do nothing. Make as much doing nothing. Right? Work isn't worth it for people anymore. And once they realize it, they should stop. Everyone should just stop working. For 2 weeks. All together at once. Prepare ahead of time and just agree not to go to work for 2 weeks. Halt all production of everything. Close all banks, businesses, and so on and so forth. Make it impossible to operate the nation and see if the politicians listen then. Wouldn't that be awesome? But it would take some serious cojones on everyone's part to rebel. And I'm not sure anyone's ready for it.